This is Fat B-Man, and in my spare time I do a little shooting and a little reloading, and I wanted to show you a check maker which goes on the back of these bullets here. This is 30 caliber, and a little gas check goes on the back, keep your barrel from leading up. This is a 35 caliber, and here's a 45 caliber. Now here's what your bullet looks like with a cast lead bullet. And before I get into showing you a little of this gas check, here's some 35s that I've loaded, and I've already killed 2 deers already with these lead bullets, and I've hardened the bullets up, or the leads, to between 18 and 20 Bernal hardness. And I want to show you with a hammer. This is a 35 caliber. Gas check goes on the back. It's not a bad bullet, but you can see I have to really hit that thing pretty good. The whole point is these are wheel weights with a little tin and antimony to make them harder. I put them in 308s. This is a 30 caliber, but you can shoot for pennies if you get a gas check and put on the back end of these. Now a jacketed bullet, you can run maybe 21, 22 100 feet per second. I'm running right at 1950 right now, and I'm getting no leading at all. And the 30 calibers, I try to keep my 30 calibers between 15 and 2000. Now here's some military stuff. This here is the 762 by 54, and these are dirt cheap to start with, but you can't hunt with them because they come with a full metal jacket. Well, as you can see, now you can hunt with them, and I'm running these things here right at 15 to 1600 feet per second, and I'm using 2400 with a Dacron overwad, or just a little bit of Dacron, and I've tapped it down across the powder to keep it in full contact with the primer. Now you can make your own bullets and you can shoot for pennies, but my main thing is I want to show you these gas check cutters here. Now I've gotten quite an assortment of gas check cutters. This one I really like. These I've got from Pat Marlin, and I've got 3 right here. I got a reloading room full of this stuff. This is a 35 caliber, and this is a this one here is the 8mm, and this one's a 30 caliber. But and I have 22 caliber to show you how these things work. I'm old. This here is about 15 thousandths aluminum. Now this is a Free Checks 2, and what I like about this is I've got arthritis in my fingers, and for me it's kind of hard to pick up those little discs. And if you're using this type, this is Pat Marlin's design here, you have to cut strips, mount this in your press, and you have to push down. You cut these little discs, and if you've got arthritis, they're hard to pick up. And sometimes on this thicker material, you don't get a good gas check. Now these are some 30 calibers right in here, and I want to show you on the 30 caliber. This is the one that Pat Marlin's design, and as you can see, there's a bottle cap effect on the top where it's crunched in all the way around. It's not a good smooth gas check. Now these come from Charlie Arnell on freechecks.net. You can order them. Now you see, this check is just like a factory check, nice and smooth. It goes on here really good, fits real well. Now some of the stuff you can size, some you don't, but this here is 30 caliber. You see I can't even get it off now, I just pushed it down. But you can take just square stock like this, and you put your Free Checks unit right in here like this. What's nice about this, put your cutter in, give it a tap. Now you take your pin and you put it in here, give it a tap, it comes right out. Now look how nice that is. Perfectly formed check. Now see, I didn't have to reach down and pick up a little tiny flat disc. That is just too hard to pick up if you've got arthritis. But you just stick this in here like this, give it a tap, put this in here, one tap, you got a finished check. You don't have to fumble around and pick up these little gas checks. The little disc, now this is about 15 thousandths flashing. These discs here that was cut with Pat Marlin's was Coke cans. And I've tried several different thicknesses and you just can't pick them up. Now for the money, I'm going to order from Charlie. I'm ordering a whole set of these for every caliber that I shoot. This is the most economical way to shoot that I found. And you don't need a copper jacketed bullet to kill animals. I mean, back in the Civil War, they had a little round disc, little ball, 36 caliber. It's killed a lot of the soldiers. Now these are running 3 to 4 times faster than the Civil War. These are killing animals. I've already killed some deers this year. I have a lot of these military guns that we shoot this stuff here in. This is the best thing since sliced bread. I'd highly recommend it. Now you can use copper flashing. You can use several different thicknesses of the stuff. Brass shin stock. But this here, readily available flashing. Get it at Home Depot, Lowe's. And you can make a lot of nice bullets with it. And if the shortages get like they're going to talk about, you might not be able to find stuff. Now these here was loaded. I loaded these with some, these are unique. And these are 35 Remington. And you can see they look just like a factory shell. And like I say, I've killed deers with them. And the grouping on these 35s are within an inch at 100 yards. The 30 caliber at 100 yards, anywhere from a half to 1 inch. And a lot of these rifles are open sights. And I don't have a lot of rifles that have scopes on. Most of them are standard military. Now if you like them, this design here on this Free Checks, go to freechecks.net and give Charlie a holler. He can fix you up with just about any kind of cutter you want. He's a good guy to deal with, and he'll talk to you on the phone. Appreciate you watching Fat B-Man.